Kyle, how we doing?
So,
How we doing?
doing well.
Good. All right, we're gonna do questions in the room first, and if there are any questions, we'll do them on Zoom. So let me know whenever you are ready. All right, cool. Questions in the room, go ahead.
Coach compared this week kind of to the Louisville game 2 years ago in terms of, younger guys having to be ready for the atmosphere. Obviously, that was your debut. Can you take us back to that and maybe how that experience can help you talking to some other players who'll get their first crack at being in a big atmosphere right out of the gate?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's more of a challenge to go on the road for your first game, be in a hostile environment. But I feel like you're better for it afterwards because, being in a hostile environment from the jump, it's just going to get you more acclimated quickly. And once you get back home, it's kind of like you get to take a breath. But being like backs against the wall from the start of your college career, it's going to start you off right. And if you do well, it'll give you utmost confidence going forward. So that's the piece of advice I would give freshmen.
What was it like for you individually? Like, did it feel a little overwhelming at points, or did it not?
Oh, no, it definitely felt overwhelming because I was on kickoff. I think we got the ball first, went down and scored. But my first play was on kickoff, and the crowd was pretty rowdy. Pretty sure it was a sellout. And just like looking around, got big eyes from the start. Then kind of got my first hit in, got my first taste of contact in college, and then settled down from there, and then made a few plays throughout the game. So I think that first play just helps you realize that it's still football at the end of the day, and you know how to do it, what to do. You just got to go out there and do it at that point.
Obviously, camp's always long, especially once you get to the point of getting close to a game. What's it like to finally be a game weekend and be getting ready for the season opener here on Sunday?
Right. It's come up on us fast, but ever since the past few days, it's kind of slowed down. And for me personally, and I'm just waiting on Sunday at this point, and it can't come soon enough. I feel like most of the team feels the same way, if not everybody, and we're just all excited to get down there and play.
Will it be hard on Saturday to have to watch everyone else play, and you guys have to wait an extra day?
I think it'll be a blessing and a curse. Obviously, we want to be playing, but that gives me one of the few chances to watch my friends around the country play and stuff like that. So, because we're usually playing on Saturdays when they're playing, so we can sit back and watch some of the college games going on while also preparing for our game.
Kind of in the film room and taking a look at Florida State, what stands out to you? What do you see out there?
They're an athletic team. They're very talented. I think they're going to be really good up front this year. They also have a transfer quarterback, Mackenzie Millen, who's proved himself at UCF prior to going to FSU. And the other quarterback, number 13, I think last name Travis, he's athletic, and he did well against us last year. So they complement each other really well with a plethora of talented and quick receivers. So they're fast on the outside and got big, strong, athletic backs too. So they're pretty well-rounded.
The keys for Notre Dame defensively?
I would say defensively, just play our game, trust the game plan, and just execute. And I feel like we'll be perfectly fine if we do that. I feel like there's only pressure if I allow there to be. If I put too much pressure on myself, then obviously I may not perform as well or feel overwhelmed at times. But I feel like a big part of this season for me will just be to stay level-headed and just play football to the best of my abilities, the way I know, and that'll be the best result for me and my team.
So, safety,
Yeah, I think Houston can be as good as he wants to be, and I feel the same way about everybody else in the room. I think I said this a little while back, but if DJ or KJ or even Justin Walters were to get in there, I would feel just as comfortable with anybody else on the field. And I'm sure they would feel the same way if I was off the field and somebody else came on. We have really good amount of trust in the room, and everybody feels confident in each other to go out there and perform.
Is there any big differences between game prep and practice?
I would say there's subtle differences, just in the way they carry themselves and the way we operate throughout the week. But I feel at the same time they're both coaching at Notre Dame, and there's a standard to be held no matter who the coach is, and Coach Kelly holds us to that standard. So even though there's little subtle changes, I feel like overall the practice and game prep is still the same as it's always been.
What's the excitement level for you guys as a defense and a new defense with Coach Freeman, just to see it all come together in a real game?
Yeah, I think we're just excited to, like you said, see what it looks like against a live opponent, because we've been going against our offense for so long now. We're kind of ready to play somebody we actually want to tee off on. And as we get closer and everybody gets more confident in the defense that Coach Freeman has and all the coaches have been bringing us along with throughout camp and throughout the summer, I think we're all just so ready to let it loose and show what we got on Sunday.
So it's the first game of the season, and first game with a much bigger crowd. How do you get ready for that?
I feel like you're prepared just as any other week. While you're playing, me personally, I don't even realize the crowd is there. I'm so focused on my task at hand and my assignment, and my teammates are the same way. I feel like we're all pretty focused. We're not even really paying attention to the crowd. But I think it'll be a cool environment pregame. And obviously, FSU has a very good fan base and a lot of tradition and a lot of pageantry. So it'll be fun. I honestly don't think it'll affect us too much, but Coach Kelly's prepared us for it throughout the week, so I think we'll do pretty well.
All right, we got one question on Zoom. Matt Marshall, go right ahead.
How much of a challenge is it to when you don't know exactly which quarterback you're going to face? You mentioned Jordan Travis and Mackenzie Milton. How much of a challenge is it for you guys to prepare for not knowing exactly which quarterback you're going to face?
It provides a little more of a challenge because you have to game plan for a guy who has really good legs and a guy who has a really good arm. Don't really know when they're going to bring which in, or really at this point who's even going to start. But I feel like it won't be too much for us. I feel like we have a pretty solid game plan for if either of them are in the game. Even though it won't change too much, we just have to be aware of who is in the game and at what time, what situation they're coming in. So I think it just adds a small layer on top of what we're already game planning for, but I feel like we can handle it.
You're good down here, Kyle. Just go up to Katie upstairs.
All right.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you, guys.
Kyle.
Kyren's coming down next. They do have a meeting. Kyren has a meeting at 6:30, so we're gonna keep it. But we'll have longer for Kevin. I lied. Kevin's going before Kyren. Sorry.
You're gonna run 3 of these.
Perfect. That works. Kev, how you doing, man? Good. All right, so we're doing a little bit of hybrid. So we're going to answer questions in the room first, so you can look at all of them. When they're asking. And then if we have any questions, we'll answer it then too. Whenever you are ready, let me know.
Just
I know.
a little sweaty. Oh, I'm good.
All right, cool. Room, go ahead.
Kevin, what was it like being injured and watching your teammates out on the field? So two-part question. What was it like to go through that? What inspired you to get back to the level that you are?
Oh, it was great watching my teammates, compete every single day. And, a lot of the times they're competing at a very high level. So that's what kind of made me be so excited to come back and get ready to go after it with them.
How frustrating has your first few years been in terms of just, not being able to be out on the field, for various reasons?
I wouldn't say frustrating. I would say, I'm enjoying my teammates and watching them play, and it's great to be, here now and be able to play and experience all that stuff with them.
All right, you seem like you're able to take the positive side of
Yeah.
things. Why is that? Take us through how you're able to have that positive mindset.
Just the support group that I had behind me, my teammates, all my coaches, my family, they both told me, I have a chance. I always have a chance to be here, and I have the opportunity to be here. So just taking that every single day and always being able to compete. So it's always great to be here.
I'm not sure anyone could be any more excited for a game than probably you to be able to be healthy and showcase yourself. Can you take us through maybe that level of hunger and excitement you have for Sunday night and pick up your ride?
Oh, I'm very hungry and excited to get after it for sure. I've been waiting a long time, and it's a great opportunity to finally be here and be in the moment. And so, I just got to take it by, the rails and just keep going with it.
What's the nation going to see from Kevin Austin once Sunday night rolls around?
Just a lot of explosive plays. Believe that, a lot of explosive plays.
Kevin, from the mental aspect, going through the injury last year, what did you learn about the game of football by not being on?
Well, going with my coaches into the meeting rooms after practices, not being able to practice. So seeing their aspect and their views on how different defenses break up coverages and different things, different defense, how they break up coverages and how they execute their defense, kind of seeing how their thought process on offense relates to that.
When you realize you're hurt again, what was going through your mind at that moment when you realized that you're going to have to shut things down?
Obviously, I was sad in the moment, but, I know that God has a plan. I'm a big believer in God. So I knew that this was his plan. And obviously, I'm here now. So I'm excited to be here.
Kevin, what do you like about your quarterback?
Oh, he has a big arm for sure. He can put the ball in really difficult places. And so that's really going to be exciting. And he can throw it deep, which is what I love. Probably close to 10. So, yeah, a lot of families coming up.
And then it's pretty exciting to get back to your home state to, I guess, be your first start.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Playing in Florida, I'm already used to the humid, hot weather. So it's not going to make a difference to me. So that's going to be exciting.
And make sure you're not too fired up at game time.
Yeah, I know. My teammates, they always keep me level no matter what. We always have the receiver room itself. We always are leveled within each other to keep each other level. So it's great.
Do you think you're back to 100%? And if so, what do you want to see come back?
Oh, I'm 100%. Competing out there every day, taking all the reps that I can. Not missing any. And I'm going to say that I'm going to create a lot of explosive plays once I get out there.
All right, we got one question on Zoom. Matt Marshall, go right ahead.
Kevin, you obviously are from the state of Florida. What did you know about Florida State growing up, and what do you guys are looking forward to facing off that Florida State defense this weekend?
We're looking for guys that are going to be after it. They're going to be competitive. They're going to be very talented, but we're going to stick to our traits and our own personal selves and control the game that way.
Thanks, Kevin. You're all set. You're going to go upstairs to Robbie and Katie.
Thank you.
We're gonna
Thank
go
you.
next.
Thanks, Kevin.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Trying to think who he reminds me.
Sheldon.
Kyren only has time for like 2 minutes. He has a meeting at 6:30, so apologies for that.
Thank you. Good.
Kyren, what's up, man?
What's the word, gang?
All right, we're going to do questions in the room. So go right ahead.
Kyren, what can we expect from the run game this year in terms of, what you can bring, what Chris can bring in that whole backfield?
I think my first word that comes to my head is explosive, because, like you said, there's going to be a whole lot of backs on the field, not just myself. We're going to have Chris, we're going to have Sibo, we're going to have Logan, we're going to have Audric. We're going to have so many backs that we're able to do so many things. You're going to see me out in the slot so that, we can get an inside zone to Chris running the ball. And I'm running the bubble. There's going to be so many different ways that we're going to be able to get on the field this year as backs. So I feel like as running back room, we're going to have a great year and a whole lot of explosives.
Just talk to Kevin Austin. How excited are you to see him on the field and be able to show the world what he is capable of doing?
Man, I'm so excited because not nobody really knows what Kev can do. Like only people that know what Kev can do is like what people see at practice, what we do at practice, and that's really our team. So we all know what Kev has in store. We've been bragging about it since I've been bragging about it since I got here. Like ever since I seen Kev play football, I was like, dang, he really has it. So I'm just, I'm excited. I can't wait for Kev to show his raw natural ability to the whole world.
Kyren, in the game room, the game has already been played. Have you visualized this game in your mind? So tell us.
I mean, I visualized. Yeah, I've been started. That was my first thing that I started to do during scouting is visualize. So this whole week I've been visualizing. I've been sitting back. I just been thinking, like just seeing myself having different runs, like outside zone, inside zone passes. Just being able to like execute in those situations and being able to switch it up on myself. So like with seeing a stunt move and the nose gets over the top of the center, so I had to cut back early. So it's just things like that that I've been visualizing so that when it comes to the game, it's just natural. Like I've already seen it happen.
I got one more time for one.
What do you think the atmosphere is going to be like on Sunday and just getting down there in a hostile environment, having to wait till Sunday?
Yeah.
While everyone else is playing on Saturday?
I guess what I can compare it to, what I've seen was my freshman year at Georgia. That crowd to me was the craziest crowd I've ever seen in person. And I know that Sunday is going to be just similar to that, but it's just those things that we're going into the week preaching about is those outside distractions that you can't let them distract you. Like you got to be able to focus on the game. And that's really what I'll be doing. I'm already tuned out the crowd noise. Like I'm already visualizing that too. Like when I'm visualizing the crowd, I'm visualizing the plays, all of that. So I know it's going to be a really fun environment, once in a lifetime experience, but I'm excited to go down there and just play ball.
Thanks, Kyren.
Thank you.
Damn, 10 minutes.
You made the most of that minute, 2 minutes.
Kyle, are you left? Kyren, tell us about that man.
Oh, he's really.
Better than 23, that's NIL, man. Charging that man.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was I'm a 16 to think.
Hey, Matt, it's next Monday's presser is still 7. Yeah. Kept the same week, unfortunately.
It's not really that different for him. He used to always have a Sunday after the game press conference, so. I'm not sure it was the first year.
Yeah, didn't do what conference call or whatever
Yeah.
it was on that Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little different because it's
Yeah.
the first of the conference. He does like. So I think.
Same schedule. I also forgot how about last year. Games like 7:30. Yeah, it's. What's up?
Is posting on for signature or not?
Yeah, so same link for everything. If you guys are coming down, we're letting our media in the room, but it'll also be on Zoom. It'll be like this. We'll have, if you're there, we'll put it on Zoom. Or you can come down to the room, and if not, we'll have. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I was in football. Cool.
That's right.
It was. That was also fun. Yeah. coach for you guys on Thursday, Zoom only, same link, and then everything post game will also be on Zoom. We'll have coach and 2 players.
We're done.
So now what do they basically say? Or add it.
Yeah, and
This
it's
is
not,
the next part.
yeah, and it's a lot.
Yeah. No, I think it is.
And you just, this is.
Voice is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
So we keep it up like blocks.
Oh, gotcha.
But we kept it up. Yeah, you're in the noise. Down. Right. Just. What's up, Jack? How we doing? What's up? So we're doing a little bit of hybrid. We're gonna do questions in the ring, kind of look about the computer, answer the questions. Don't. And if there's any questions on Zoom, we'll finish with that.
All right.
So you ready to roll?
Yep.
All right, Room, go ahead.
Jack, just the excitement to get this rolling after a long camp and get this season started.
Yeah, August has been a long month, and everybody's certainly excited to get to Sunday finally and play some real football in an electric environment down in Tallahassee. I don't know what more you could ask for. Florida State versus Notre Dame on a Sunday night in prime time. Like, it's going to be huge, and everybody's very excited to get there.
What will it be like for you? You've had some glimpses of opportunities, but now you get to start at Rover to start the year. How pumped are you?
Just super pumped. I mean, I've been in electric environments. You know, the Georgia game was crazy, but my role was very minimal. And so now to have an expanded role, it's just can be an amazing experience, and hopefully can make the most of it and produce and have production out there.
Facing off against 2 quarterbacks, you don't know exactly what they're going to do. Take us through the mindset of preparing for that and how difficult that is, especially in a week 1 game when you have nothing to look on.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There's going to be a lot of question marks going into the game. Who's going to start at quarterback is a big one, right? But we do know that Florida State's going to throw the kitchen sink at us. They're going to throw a lot of different looks and just try to catch us off guard and get some cheap points. So we just got to be ready, know our rules, and execute our fundamentally defensive sound football.
Jack, 2 quick questions. One, the past couple of years, you've been fighting your way up the mountain. Now that you're there, what responsibilities do you feel holding on to this start?
Fortunate enough, like we have a lot of depth at linebacker, a lot of older guys, a lot of older classmen. I don't have the weight of the world on my shoulders by any means. I have a lot of upperclassmen that I can go to. I have a Drew White that I can just, talk to and get a bunch of that experience of. And so like that has allowed like my role just be a lot less stressful. But at the same time, like I do have a significant role now. And so I do have to, perform and do my job and then help lead and try to, give that energy to the defense and be a positive, force out onto the field.
And is it true that they named a sandwich after you, the bubble?
I don't know about that. We'll see. Yeah, I know the bobblehead sold, and then so new owners in town. We'll see. Who knows?
What would it be if you had to tell them what kind of sandwich?
Oh boy, I don't even know. Just maybe a bacon hamburger, like just something very simple but delicious. I have no idea. The Burley Burger. My middle name's Burley, so the Burley Burger. There we go.
Burley, thank
Yep.
You got to get better on this on some of your NIL deals.
I know. I'm lacking behind. Trust me, I haven't had a deal yet. So.
What when you prepare for that atmosphere, how important has it been? Coach Kelly has kind of emphasized that to us, saying they've been emphasizing that to you guys in some meetings to just be ready for what's going to happen down there.
Yeah, I mean, if you walk by practice, we have the chant going literally 24/7. And so I think when we get down there, everybody's gonna be ready. And that's not gonna be a distraction whatsoever. Everybody's gonna be focused on the first snap and just getting the game started. And I think that's just a testament to Coach Kelly. He talked about the Miami game back in 2017, how we were caught off guard by the environment, and I don't think with the upperclassmen we're gonna let that happen this year.
Now the excitement to see Coach Freeman's defense in an actual game and to be able to showcase that there.
Yeah, I mean, we want to perform for Coach Freeman and show what his defensive philosophy can do on a Sunday night. And so, we're super excited to play with some freedom and make plays and celebrate with him in that fashion.
Do you feel any extra pressure from having such a good season last year?
No, not at all. Last season's wiped away. We got to come out and start fresh this year and produce and do our job and have success. And that's what's expected. And we got to perform that way.
All right, we got one question from Zoom. Matt Marshall, go right ahead.
Yeah, Jack, what are you expecting from Florida State offensively? You talked about the quarterback situation, but what do you expect to see out of that group heading into this game?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be, spreading things out wide, trying to get playmakers the ball. They're going to give us a bunch of different looks that we got to be prepared for, and they're going to try to get ball into space. And so we just got to be sound and know our leverages and make, certain that we're tackling. Because that's a big thing. If you're not tackling on week one, like that's what can really get you in trouble.
All right, Jack, you're all set. Just checking with Rob and you're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. My cousin's went to high school with your parents.
Oh,
That's what I
really?
know about the Boston.
Gotcha. I was like, that's so weird. Why would we just new owners?
Is it?